morning. Good morning. Let's go ahead and get started. Thank you all for being here. This is an exciting day for UALR athletics as we embark on a new era of Trojan basketball. I tell you, it's hard to keep a good secret in this town. Grateful to everyone here. Thanks for joining us in the magnificent Jack Stevens Center. It's going to be a great day. I'm excited to make this announcement. I'm joined this morning by our Chancellor, Dr. Anderson, who has a meeting up in Northwest Arkansas and has arranged his plans to be with us. So help me welcome to the podium our Chancellor, Joe Anderson.
I just want to take a moment and say a couple of thank yous, and then I'm going to slip to the back of the room in case I have to hit the road before we're done with this exciting event. First, thank you. I want to say thank you to all of you who are out here in the room. I see at least a few people who have been a Trojan fan as long as I have. I've been going to the games since the 1970s in the Field House, Barton Coliseum, then the State House Convention Center, Barton, Alltel Arena, and then the wonderful Jack Stevens Center. And in all of these eras, wherever we played, there have been legends that have come from those. It's just recently we have, legends happening with our women's basketball team. So I think it's appropriate that we meet here in the Legends Room, because this is a day when we're going to start another era of legends here with our basketball programs. Secondly, the second thing, one is to you. The second one is to our new athletic director, Chase Conk. He's been on the job. He's been on the job since January 20th. Now, that's my birthday. So, Chase, I would think, could be able to remember that. And I like gifts. Doesn't matter whether they're expensive, whether they're inexpensive. Just mention that in passing. From a new coach, the only birthday present that I would ask is, in January, we're beginning to hit our stride in conference play, that victories. That's the birthday present that I want to get in, and I'm quite optimistic that that's going to be coming my way and your way. But Chase Conk is a fellow who clearly sees and sets the essential goals for Trojan athletics, and then pursues those goals with determination and steadfastness, while always exhibiting the demeanor of a thoughtful man who respects others. And we have already seen that, and many of us already knew that those were qualities that he brought to the job. So there's a bright future for Trojan athletics, including, of course, we're especially emphasizing today, men's basketball. And I want to say that our consultant, our search committee, our athletic director, they brought to campus an outstanding group of 5 candidates. And I enjoyed the hour that I got to spend with each one of those. And that certainly presented us with a very challenging and difficult choice. But we've made that choice. I think it's an outstanding choice. And Chase, I want to thank you for the way that you have moved us through the search process.
Thank you, Chancellor. I appreciate those kind words. Thank you for your leadership, and good luck today with your meeting up in Northwest Arkansas. I want to extend a special thanks to the search committee. This was chaired by our Senior Associate Athletic Director for Compliance, Richard Turner. Richard, I know you're in here somewhere. Give Richard a hand. He worked hard on this. I appreciate this committee's passion to bring a winner to Little Rock, for their enthusiasm for this program. It was a lot of work in a short amount of time. Before I introduce our new men's basketball coach, I want to spend a few minutes and address our fans. I want to talk about our future and the future of Trojan athletics. As we've said before, a strong Division I Department of Athletics is a great asset to a university. It's a great asset to a community. Through the decades, this department has provided our campus and our city with some wonderful things. We are proud of our many accomplishments, and we're proud of our continued dedication to our student athletes. Today, we all stand on a strong foundation. This is a foundation laid by our athletic directors, administrators, our student athletes, and coaches that have come before us. And I'm indebted to them, and we are indebted to them. But I tell you this, everyone in this room, including myself, we believe we can do better. As the athletic director, I'm committed to supporting all 14 of our varsity programs and doing better and continuing our commitment to the student-athlete experience. Today, as we gather in one of the finest facilities in the country, our focus is men's basketball. Like the Chancellor said, I think it's safe to say on the women's side, we have arrived. On the men's side, I want us to realize the promise of the Jack Stevens Center, and we can do that. We are Little Rock's team, but in order to fit that bill, it's going to take everyone involved to pull that off. We need our fans, our stakeholders, our students, our faculty, our staff, our coaches, student athletes, all of us pulling together in the same direction and partnering to truly make this Little Rock's team. Selecting a new head coach, it's not easy. Their jobs are complex, multifaceted. There's a lot of expectations. These guys are expected to win. They're expected to recruit student athletes. And they're expected to win with these student athletes that represent the university and the city in a positive light. And they're expected to do this the right way. We expect our coaches to put students first, the student athlete first, and we expect them to complete their degrees. Head coaches are expected to put fans in the seats, be role models to our student athletes, and to the fans that they serve. They're expected to build relationships with our student body and earn the respect of our faculty. These are all very important. We had tremendous interest in this job. It was overwhelming at first. As you know, we live in a great community. This is a great city, a great university. We narrowed it down to 5 finalists, 5 viable, capable, very good candidates. But at the end of the day, only one can be selected. And I'm here to tell you that we have selected the right guy for the job, the guy that understands all aspects of the college game and knows what it means to be a college basketball coach. So let me take a few minutes and tell you why Chris Beard is the man for the job. To be honest, point blank, Chris is a proven winner. He boasts a 75% winning percentage as a head coach in his 6 seasons. He's coached at the Division I, Division II, junior college, professional levels. He's won everywhere along the way. Winning is truly in his DNA. Over the past 2 seasons at Angelo State, he's compiled a 27-15 record. And he took over a program, I think, that only had 2 winning seasons in the previous decade. So was able to turn that around in short order. Did a great job. I will note that the home of Angelo State is the Stevens Arena. And there he boasted a 28-2 record. So hopefully he'll bring some of that with you up here a little bit. This past season, he made the team. He led to the Sweet 16 and was named Regional and Conference Coach of the Year. While at Texas Tech, spent a decade at Texas Tech under the legendary Bobby Knight. Chris was a part of the most successful decade in Texas Tech basketball history. 4 NCAA appearances, Sweet 16 appearance, and 2 trips to the NIT. And obviously received a PhD under one of the greatest minds in the game. Chris has won the right way. He's a well-respected recruiter. He's known as a tireless recruiter out on the recruiting trail. And he's someone that talks a great deal about relationships, and I would imagine he'll mention that in his comments today. He understands the importance of relationships with the student athletes, with his coaches, with the administrators, with the community, and he knows that this is critical to his success. He's extremely respected by all staff and administrators that he's worked with. We've had the opportunity to visit with some great folks, including the president at Angelo State, their athletic director, folks from Texas Tech. They all think a lot of Chris. He's highly respected and comes highly recommended from the basketball community. And you'll see in some of the handouts we passed out today, some endorsements from some of the big names in the business, like Bobby Knight, Bill Self, Rick Barnes. Chris has also either led or been part of programs that have demonstrated a commitment to graduating their student athletes. Over the past 3 seasons, 9 of his 11 seniors have received their diploma, with the 10th to come next semester. While at Texas Tech, 32 of his 34 seniors received their diploma. Obviously, Chris is aware of our academic success here at UALR, and he's committed to sustaining that tradition. Chris truly knows what it takes to build a program. Coach Beard and I have spent a lot of time talking about the importance of engaging our community and our campus, and to create excitement for our teams. And he's demonstrated this, especially this time at Angelo State, where he understands the grassroots efforts that it takes to pull this off. At the end of the day, Chris is a winner. He understands the importance in every aspect that there is when it comes time to building a winning program. He knows the potential for men's basketball here at Little Rock, and he and I share the same vision for this program. I'm confident you will get to enjoy getting to know Chris, and that we all will welcome him with open arms to the Trojan family. So now, the worst-kept secret in town, let me officially welcome the next head men's basketball coach of the Little Rock Trojans, Chris Beard.
Have great hair days, but this morning, a few minutes ago, kind of getting ready, I didn't think it looked too bad for my standard today, so I'm going to go ahead and rock the hair instead of the hat. I've worked my whole life for this, and I am honored. I really appreciate the opportunity. It's a privilege. I just can't tell you how excited I am to be here. The only thing I'm excited about more than being here is getting started and the work ahead of us. The first thing I'd like to tell you is I look forward to a day in the near future where we're all back together again on a Sunday watching the NCAA selection show and seeing where we're headed to play. I want to thank Chase Kant, the Director of Athletics. I want to thank Chancellor Anderson, and I want to thank the selection committee for this opportunity. I am not going to let you down. We are going to get it done here. We're going to do it the right way, and I'll never forget you giving this opportunity. I'm not going to let you down. This is going to be a lot of fun, and I really look forward to everything that's coming. If you'll please just give me the chance to thank a few people. I can't wait to get started talking about Little Rock basketball, but I'd like to, number one, thank the players that are here today. Fellas, this means a lot that you're here. To me, you're the most important people in the room, and I mean that. I can't wait to meet with you later today. Just the logistics of this and how it all happened fast. I would have liked to talk to you before, but it is what it is. I can't wait to meet you later today and talk to you. And not only talk to you, but listen to you. You know, today's going to be a lot about me listening to you more than talking to you. But I can't wait to get to know each of you very, very quickly. I'd also like to thank my family. I got 3 daughters. Avery, this will be the only time I might break down right here when I talk about my daughters. Avery, Ella, and Margot. The best 3 kids in the world. It's not easy being daughters of a coach, but they're the best, and I love them. I can't wait to get them down here to Little Rock often, where you guys can meet them. They're going to be a big part of what we do here. I apologize now if Margot, the youngest, runs out on the floor during the game. I'll need some help controlling her at times. But I'm looking forward to getting all 3 of my daughters here. I'd also like to thank my parents who couldn't be here today, but they're watching back in Houston, Texas, and thank you. I've had a long journey. I started from the bottom, and now I'm at the top, the very top. It would just take too much time to thank everybody, but I want to thank every coach that I've ever worked for and with, every athletic director and president that gave me an opportunity, and all the great people I've met along the way in my coaching career. But certainly, I really want to thank Coach Knight and Pat Knight. My years in Texas Tech taught me a lot about basketball and life. I'm always will be and have been associated with Bob Knight, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of graduating players and doing things right within the NCAA rules and winning at the highest level. So, Coach, thank you. Pat, thank you. And lastly, you know, yesterday was a wild day. I met with my team at Angelo State around 7 o'clock yesterday morning. and it was difficult. I want to thank everybody at Angelo State, Dr. May, Sean Johnson, and my players. My time at Angelo State was special. I love you guys. You're watching now, my players, and I know you're proud of this opportunity. I'm proud of you guys. As difficult as it was to leave Angelo State yesterday and to talk about those players, I cannot tell you how not difficult or easy or simple or clear this decision was. This was a no-brainer. I am very, very pleased to be in Little Rock, Arkansas today. Thank you. People ask, and I'd like to tell you, why the University of Arkansas Little Rock, why Little Rock. I could talk forever on this. It starts with the people. In the interview process with Chase and Chancellor Anderson, I felt very comfortable. It was more like a conversation to me, and we shared a vision, an academic vision, a success winning vision, and also how to embrace the community. And I'm excited about this. But it starts with Little Rock. To me, this is one of the best cities in the world. As a college player, and these guys would agree, you want to go to kind of a small town college feel. You want to be in a college town, but boy, you also want to be in a big city. And we have both. It's a college town. It's a big city. It's the capital city. I've never been more excited to live somewhere in my life than I am. There's a lot of excitement here with basketball in this turnout today. I'm humbled, but it doesn't surprise me. Chase told me, and Chancellor Anderson told me about the love of basketball here, and of course I did my homework, and it doesn't surprise me at all that this support's here. If everyone in this room, including myself, can bring 10 or 15 people to the game, then we'll do what we need to, and we'll sell out this arena for our first game in a few months. We've got a great foundation here. It's another reason why Little Rock for me. The first thing you do as a coach is it's pretty simple. You look, has it ever been done there before? And it has been done here before. And I want to recognize and say hello to my good friend, Coach Foley, on the women's side. The things he's done here, we're simply going to just try to imitate and do exactly what Coach has done here. He's laid a blueprint, success. I can't wait to work with Coach Foley. I will be the biggest supporter of the women's basketball team. Again, another congratulations to Coach Foley. I also walk into a great situation here with the men's program, and I want to be very clear, it's important to me. I want to thank Steve Shields. There's not a better person than Coach Shields. His success here on the court and also with the people he graduated speaks for itself. But just simply stated, thank you, Coach Shields, for the foundation here, and we can't wait to build on it and take it to even higher level. But thank you, Coach. Really, that's why Little Rock. Now, how are we going to build it? How are we going to get it done? And this is where my passion is. Basically, there's two things we've got to address. First, the basketball side of it, the student athlete, our basketball program here at the university. And then second, and equally important, the community's involvement. First with the basketball, our programs are simply stated, I run a players first program. The most important thing to me is the players. Without players, there'd be no coaches. Without students, there'd be no university. I'm a players first program. Everything I do from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed at night, or sometimes at bed in the morning, is for you guys. It's all about the players. But with that, with the players program, sometimes people misinterpret that. Players want discipline. Guys want to win. They want to be coached. They want to graduate. They want discipline. So players first program is everything about discipline. And to me, discipline is doing exactly what you're supposed to do, the best you can do it, every time you do it. It's that simple, and that'll be something that we talk a lot about with our players. But to me, the key of the whole thing is the players. We run a players first program. They're the most important thing. They always have been, and they always will be. With our players, there's three things we always talk about. Number one is graduation, and that's what we're all about. You know, sometimes student athletes get confused. You go to college to play basketball. That is not the case. You go to college and you play basketball. You go to college to get an education. I'm one of three people in my family to have a college education. I'm the first person in my family to have a master's degree. I take those things very, very seriously. To me, I wouldn't be standing here today if I didn't have my degree. I share that vision with Chase and Chancellor Anderson, and that's one of the big reasons I'm here today. I can't wait to get started on getting every one of our players graduating. That's important to me. Number two, we're here to win. No doubt about that. We are going to win. We're going to do it the right way. We're going to compete for championships. We're going to play meaningful games in the month of March. And I don't want to do it in 2 or 3 years. I certainly have a plan, but my main plan is day to day. I want these guys right here that are sitting in front of me to be on a ladder here in a few months cutting down a net. And that's exactly what we're going to try to get done for you guys. The third step in the student athlete process, we're going to get you that degree, we're going to win, we're going to have a lot of fun doing it, then we're going to prepare you for life. When we talk about life, you know, talking about being the best person you can be, a good husband, a good father, a good person in the community, but then also getting a job. It's very important to me that our players get great jobs. I've been very fortunate in my career, had a chance to coach professional basketball myself. I have a lot of connections and dear friends. Certainly our players that have the ability and talent to play basketball after college, that's something important to me, and I embrace that. I talk about the recruiting process, and I want to talk about it today. It's important. Our best players will have the opportunity to play basketball after college. But we also are proud of any player. We have players in medical school, law school, teaching, coaching. It's very important. After you get your degree, after we win, our relationships just started. And what you do after Little Rock is going to be very important to us too. What do I like in a player? I like guys that have discipline. We've already talked about that. I like guys with character. The only thing more important than talent and recruiting is character. I like winners. I like guys that inspire others. And I like guys that love basketball. I don't like 3:30 guys. 3:30 guys are guys that come to practice every day at 3:30 and do their best. I like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 11 p.m., 10:30, between class guys. I want guys that love basketball. I've dedicated my life to this. I've never worked a day in my life. I don't have a job. This isn't a job to me. You know, I would do this for free, but I've already signed the contract. So, got to make a little money. But this isn't a job to me, and I want players where it's not a job for you either. This is basketball. It's a game you love, the game you grew up playing. I love guys that love basketball. So that's kind of the basketball side of it. How are we going to get it done? Now, the community side of it, and it's equally important, maybe more important. I can't wait to get out in the community, and we're going to work hard. We are going to sell our basketball program. I'm going to speak to any group that will listen. I'm going to beg you to come, let me talk to your group. We're going to engage the student body, the faculty, staff. We're going to work as hard as anybody in college basketball to create an excitement here. But it's a two-way street. I'll never just ask you to support us. I'll ask you what we can do for you. Our players and coaches are going to be involved in the community, on campus. I just can't wait to get started. It's going to start on campus. All our students, we got to get to the games. Our faculty, staff. I want our other sports to know. I see some coaches here. Thank you for being here. We're not just asking you to support our team. We're going to support your team too. But I can't wait to get out in the community. It's something that I'm excited to do. Again, Chancellor Anderson and Chase and I share that vision. And I can't wait to build something special here in Little Rock. People always want to know how we play, what our style is. Our style is win. We're going to win. We're going to adjust our talent, but certainly there's some things we believe in. I learned from the best with motion offense, and Coach Foley has had great success here running similar stuff. But basically with basketball, I believe in players and talent. I want to teach guys how to play the game, not how to run plays. I'm not a coach that's going to see me standing up the whole game and say 4 or Trojan or 2. We're going to teach guys how to play, read the defense, and we're going to score the ball. I think we're going to play a great style of play that the fans are really going to enjoy watching. And of course, our teams are always going to play defense. That's how you win at any level. That's no secret. We're going to be committed to defending at a high level as well. So I told you why Little Rock. I've told you kind of how we're gonna get it done, what we need to do. So now how are we gonna get it started? The biggest priority right now is our players, and I want to be very clear. It's not going to be when do I get my guys in or you guys. I mean, right now we are in this together. I really appreciate you guys being here right now, but you guys are my guys right now, and that's the biggest priority right now. The players that are on the team right now, not just me talking, but me listening and making sure that you guys are comfortable, but you are the core. You're the way we're going to try to get to the NCAA tournament next year. And certainly, we got to go get some help. We got to do some recruiting. That's the bloodline of our program. I'm a relationship recruiter. Very proud of my path in coaching, and can't wait to get on the recruiting trail and represent this great university and get some more talented student athletes in here to help us. Coaching staff is key. That's going to be something we got to get done in the next few days. I think instead of getting it done, I think it's important to get it right. And so I feel the urgency of the moment in a lot of things, but I also understand patience. But simply stated, we're going to have the best coaching staff in the conference. We're going to have coaches on our staff that love the players first. All the things we talked about, these assistants are going to share the vision. Also, something important to me, I don't believe in this guy's a really good recruiter or this guy's a really good coach. I believe in both. Every assistant coach we have on our staff here will be a future head coach. There'll be somebody that loves the players and can recruit and coach. That's very important to me. But certainly, spending time with the players here is the top priority. Getting out on the recruiting trail, developing, hiring a good staff, and then lastly, almost more important, is again the community. Getting out in the community and meeting everyone. All this will take time, so please bear with me and give me some time. But we're going to accomplish all these things in the next few weeks. In closing, again, I can't tell you how appreciative, honored, humbled I am here. There's a great foundation for men's basketball. I'm looking forward to building on it. And again, one thing about me is I'm not afraid to ask for help. I'm not afraid to ask questions. So I'll say right now in my closing march, as clear as I can, we need your help. The community and city of Little Rock, Trojan fans, faculty, staff, other sports, we need your help. And we're going to be out asking for it, and we're also going to ask what we can do for you. But thank you again very, very much. I am honored to be here.
We'll open it up for questions. I'll stand up here with the coach, but if y'all have anything to ask, let's do that now.
Who was Bobby Knight?
It was a chance of a lifetime, to work for Coach Knight. I'm very proud to be associated with him. The biggest thing with Coach, is the academic success. Almost every player that he ever coached graduated. That's something that I embraced before I met Coach, but certainly solidified even more those years with him. Number two, the success he had, the championships. Not one mention of an NCAA violation ever. So doing things right, I'm very proud to be associated with Coach in that way too. But we're going to do a lot of the things that Coach did. Not everything. A few things I disagree. My vocabulary is probably a little bit different. But I love Coach. I'm very, very proud to be a Coach and Pat Knight guy.
Coach, I read in the paper where you averaged about 85 points a game. Do you anticipate that amount of scoring again?
Yeah, we would have averaged 90 if we could have been a better free throw shooting team. I was going to fire a free throw shooting coach, but it was me. So I've got to improve on that. The first thing I'm going to do is head east a little bit and meet with Coach Foley about that. But no, and seriously, our offense, we're always in the top in our conferences in scoring. It starts with our players. We recruit talented players. I really believe in recruiting offensive talent and teaching guys how to play defense. It's a lot easier for me to teach a guy how to get into a defensive stance than it is to teach a guy to put 28, points on the board. So, but no, our offense, again, we share the ball, unselfishness. We like teams that have balanced scoring. We've never had teams over the year where we have one guy that scores 25, where we like balance. Our perfect team is 4 or 5 guys in double figures. But we're going to score the ball. I think it's going to be a very exciting brand of basketball for the community to watch.
Chris, can you just run through the timeline, kind of when you were first contacted, when you got up here for the interview and that sort of stuff?
Yes, I got a lot on my mind right now with these guys and recruiting, so I'll stay away from specific days because I don't want to be inaccurate. But it was a quick process, but I would say it was a thorough process. I felt comfortable with Chase the first time I talked to him. Everything was very professional. But I interviewed in Little Rock last Monday, I believe. What I'll say is it was very professional, but I felt very comfortable. This is exactly where I want to be. Again, difficult decision as it always is to leave a good team program, but easy decision, no brainer. Just so excited. Woke up this morning early and just can't tell you how excited I am to be here. Yes, ma'am.
When will your family be moving to Little Rock?
Well, I have 3 daughters, and so they live with their mother in Texas, but they'll be here often. I can't wait to get them here. I can't wait for you guys all to meet them. But my family is already here. It's these guys sitting right here. They might not know that yet, but they will very soon.
All right, again, thank y'all for being here. Coach will be around for some interviews if anybody else has any questions to ask. Great day for UALR athletics, new era of Trojan basketball. I think you can see why we picked Chris Beard for this job. He's not afraid to go out on a limb. There were some comments and promises made that were captured on camera, Coach. So no holding against you. But again, thank y'all for being here. Appreciate your support and for supporting Little Rock's team. Go Trojans.